Carol from Homesteading Made Easy. Today we're going to prepare a roast for our supper tonight. Here's the recipe that I kind of go with. I found it on Pinterest. Oops. So I kind of made it to my own, how I like it. So the original recipe did not ask for potatoes. That's why there's no measurements there. I added that on my own. So I got potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic, celery. So I got my bay leaves in there. Now I'm going to add my salt. I just kind of guess. You have to make it to taste what's best for your family. Oh, another thing that is not on the recipe that I like to add is different kinds of herbs. I grow these my own herbs. This is thyme. One thing about growing thyme, it comes up again every year. You don't have to buy new plants every year. Then I have basil. I just guess. Parsley. And oregano. I kind of learned to like to use herbs in my baking, my cooking. Just gives it a new, different flavor. And it did say to use a little bit of vegetable oil, but I decided to use, I have my own beef broth that has a little bit of, what would you call it, fat on the top. So I decided to add that in instead of vegetable oil. Then you want to add some kind of liquid. If you have beef broth or chicken broth, to me that's the best option. But if you don't have those, just add some water, because you need some liquid in your bite with your vegetables. Now, for the roast, I want to talk a little bit how I prep the roast. I've learned this, it's been a number of years. This works for steaks, anything that has the potential of being tough if you grill it. So what I did, I took salt, a salt shaker, and I salted it all around it, everything. Then I put it in the fridge for about 4 days. I just let it set. And what the salt does, it tenderizes the meat. I do the same for steaks. I salted it, put it in the fridge 3 or 4 days, and that really does tenderize your meat. And the kind of salt I use is the Redmond salt. For my comprehension, that's one of the best salts out there. I get mine at a local bulk food store. I don't know if they do shipping or not. If you don't have a local bulk food store, it's the store I get mine from is called the Rocky Ridge Discount Store from Rochester, Indiana. That's where I get a lot of my bulk foods from. And I do like that salt. So if you want to find out if they would ship, you could find their name and number on, like, Google it, and it'll show up. And another thing I added on this is it's called Homestead Blend. This is one of my favorite seasonings for meat, and I'm going to add a little bit of the southern spice. This is more, it has vibrant citrus and spices in it. So I'm just going to add some of that on top. I like to experiment with different spices. So just use what you have on hand. That's what I do with my baking, my cooking, especially cooking, because I like to experiment. And I just place this in the middle. And then 2 to 3 tablespoons of the Worcestershire sauce. Just put that over your roast. Then you bake this. It depends on how done you want your roast. If you like it more rare, medium, it doesn't take as long. But we like ours more well done. So I'll bake this at 400 degrees for approximately 40 minutes. Then I'll turn the roast over in another, usually I bake it for an hour and a half because we like ours done. And we'll take it out and eat it. So, and if you don't want potatoes in by your vegetables, you don't have to add that. You just add what your family likes. That's what I do. I encourage you to do the same. And sometimes you have to, when you take it out to turn over your roast, check for your liquids. Does it have enough liquids yet? If not, just add more broth or water to it. Have an amazing day. And if you like this video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share. And my husband has a YouTube channel called Memoirs of a Farmer Boy. He's on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify. And our son has a YouTube and a Facebook called Torch Phase. If you want to, go check those out. There it is, all ready to put in the oven. It's kind of nice to have a meal like this. You can get everything ready beforehand, put it in the oven, and you have your meals complete. And usually, most times, there's no leftovers.